And good evening to you. I'm Melanie Lawson.
And I'm Tom Abrams. Dave and Gina are off tonight. Armed officers in every U.S. school. That's the plan proposed by the National Rifle Association in response to the Sandy Hook shootings.
Eyewitness News reporter Pooja Lodia is joining us live with reaction from local schools. Pooja?
Several private schools already have armed security guards at all campuses. But now the question is, should every public school in our area do the same?
I call on Congress today to act immediately.
The National Rifle Association is demanding armed guards at every school in America.
Why is the idea of a gun good when it's used to protect the president of our country or our police, but bad when it's used to protect our children in our schools?
In a press conference interrupted twice by protesters, the NRA said it would give resources to put the guards in place by the time students return from Christmas break. Here in our area, school districts have armed officers, but not one at every campus.
We estimate that the cost of that right now, this is preliminary, would be between $10 and $12 million. That's roughly double what we currently spend on police.
HISD currently employs 200 full-time officers for 279 campuses. Fort Bend ISD has 48 officers for 74 campuses. And Galveston ISD has 7 officers for 11 campuses. Houston-based Top Gun Security is already training officers to work in schools.
People are in fear. Their parents, they have young children in schools.
The company has received several calls from local private schools since last week's shooting.
I think security is more cost efficient for the schools, for the school districts. Our security officers don't make quite as much as police officers. And a lot of us come from former police backgrounds.
Now, the NRA is expected to release more details of its proposal in the next week. Local school districts say they will re-examine their policies when that happens. We're live at HISD headquarters. Pooja Lodia, 13 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Pooja. Time now to break down the numbers here at the Smart Board. HISD gives us a breakdown of their numbers. They say for the 200 armed officers it employs, that's about $13.5 million. A spokesperson says a cost of assigning a full-time police officer to all 279 campuses would increase that budget to an estimated $10 to $12 million or more every year. Now let's take a look at the national picture. The National Center for Education Statistics breaks it down like this. They suggest that there are roughly 99,000 public schools in the nation. Now, the average police officer makes about $50,000 a year. So you take that $50,000, multiply it by the 99, and you get roughly $4.9 billion a year in extra cost that public schools would have to absorb.